No, your eyes don't deceive you. These are red streetlights. There's loads of them, and I think they look amazing. They were installed in 2019 as part of a £2 million council-led plan to switch 20,000 streetlights over to new LED-style lamps. You'll find these lights in Worcester on the A4440 and the A38, and indeed it was Worcester Council that led the way when it came to installing this unique lighting. But it wasn't just something for them to do. There is some science behind the lighting, and it's all to do with bats. Yes, bats.
Huge bats, all swooping and screeching and diving around the car.
Yeah, bats.
2 bats.
It all started in 2012 when a study was undertaken in the Netherlands by the University of Wageningen to investigate the effect of street lighting on bats and their behaviour. Why do we care about this? Well, bats are an important part of an ecosystem where plants rely on them for pollination, and in some cases bats eat fruits or seeds which they then later shit out elsewhere. These seeds can then grow into plants, thus completing the great circle of life. The study found that our modern super bright street lighting was creating a situation where bats were avoiding these brightly lit areas, and the result of that was them having to travel further for less food. Not a helpful thing if you want to continue existing as a species, and it's as a direct result of our actions that's messed up their natural feeding schedules. Back to the UK, and it seems that here most of our bat species eat insects, and as we all know, insects are attracted to super bright white lights, especially the sort that we build in towns. Why is this a problem? Well, the insects, according to nature, would usually frequent the more wooded areas where the bats live, making life very easy if you're a hungry bat. But the super bright streetlights attract the insects away from the woods and the bats, resulting in little to no food at a time when the bats should be hunting and eating. Well, why don't the bats just fly to the insects? Lazy? No, not really. Bats are sort of designed to work in the dark. That's kind of their whole thing, isn't it? So they're not too keen on bright streetlights, it turns out. And research suggests that sky brightness is increasing by 6% on a yearly basis, and for species like the bat, this causes issues. Working in conjunction with Philips Lighting, or Signify, the university study found that certain light conditions didn't seem to affect bats' behaviour. The end result was a new LED lamp that wouldn't disturb light-shy bat species at night. And it's red. They were first installed and trialled in the Netherlands, and they work. So as a first for the UK, they've been installed at Worcester, mainly around the Warden Woods Nature Reserve. This small patch of woodland has had many houses and industrial units built around it, but it's still home to many bats, and the idea behind this red street lighting is that they'll be able to go about their bat-based business without to worry that all of the food has flown off down the road. And as far as the bats are concerned, it's like having no lights on at all. They seem to work just fine for the bats, but f*** the bats, what about me? It's fine. As part of the study, they tested these new red lights against normal street lighting, and it was found that humans could see just as well in either type of light. So for us, it doesn't really make all that much of a difference. Not only that, they're LED lamps, so they consume a lot less electricity than their high-pressure sodium equivalents, so that's a win for the environment and the budget. They do look awesome though, and surely we must be onto something here. It's been well documented that artificial light causes all sorts of problems for nature, so if this goes some way to solving that, let's put them everywhere. So it would seem that Roxanne, you would indeed need to put on that red light because it's helpful for the bats. Thanks for watching.